go.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Masters Fantasy Show, brought to you by MastersFantasyFootballLeagues.com. As always, I got the Masters crew with me, the Doc, JB. What's up, guys? How you doing today?
Doing good.
Fantastic.
Good to hear, man. It's a beautiful day to be alive, beautiful day to talk about Dynasty, talk about redraft football today. John Beast has a topic. I told you guys in the other show, one of my favorites, when John hops in here with us. We don't even know the topic yet, so we're all getting ready to wing it. John Beast, floor is all yours. Love to hear it.
All right, what we're here to talk about today is that, and first of all, I mostly do Dynasty, but I do a lot of redraft. We do a lot of redraft leagues. We do 10, 12 a year. But I want to talk about winning your league or getting yourself into the playoffs with your 14th, 15th round pick. And there's a player that's sitting there that you're not really thinking about. I just picked him up in the 14th round in 2 consecutive drafts. But when you're drafting, you almost always start out with running backs and wide receivers for the first 4 to 5 rounds. We've all heard about, don't draft a quarterback till late. I'm not going to argue the point. If you want Patrick Mahomes, and we all know the theory behind it, it's supply and demand, that there's quarterbacks. And and what happens is if you draft a quarterback or if you draft a tight end early, then after the draft's over and you're looking setting your starting lineup, it never looks good, because if you've lost that third round pick in a quarterback, you never have enough. Your team never looks right. It always looks like it's missing a piece. But there's a quarterback sitting there that, I don't even know he's going to start. All I know is that if Jameis Winston, he is there at the end of he's probably most drafts you're in, he's not being drafted at all. Jameis Winston 2 years ago was the number 2 quarterback in fantasy football. Number 2. And he's going to be in New Orleans, and they kind of have a history for throwing the football. And, they got some pretty good weapons there. You got Michael Thomas. You got Alvin Kamara, which, those were, hey, Michael Thomas had a bad year last year, but Michael Thomas was pretty much wide receiver 1 going into last year. And Alvin Kamara, he's been running back 1-2 years in a row or close to it. And Jameis Winston, you could actually leave off picking a quarterback
altogether,
and just picking.
If he starts.
Yeah, if he starts, that's the risk. So maybe you pick up in the 10th. Hey, there's no guarantees in this. I'm not trying to guarantee anything.
He has to start.
He has to start. You would think.
Has to.
Right.
He has to.
I like Taysom Hill as a gadget player. I think Jameis definitely gets a shot. And the only thing that puts him back on the bench is if he starts looking like he's going to throw another 30 interceptions.
And the other weird thing about that is that Taysom Hill does have the bigger contract.
Yeah, which is
and
still
Winston
makes
just
no
signed.
sense.
It's just signed, but still.
Sort of, though. Because it's like none of it's guaranteed.
Right.
I did not know that.
They could void any of it, which is it's like the weirdest contract I've ever seen. It's like they could cut him right now and owe him nothing.
Do you do anything other than learn about fantasy football?
No.
I
I just remember seeing it and thinking they paid him this much money. And then it was all the years are voidable, and I was like,
I'm going to chime in that I knew that too, but only because he told me a couple weeks ago.
That's usually an Alec thing to talk contracts.
Yeah,
I don't know that.
The other day we're talking about Chuba Hubbard, and then he's going out telling us who Chuba Hubbard's offensive linemen are. We have no idea. What are you talking about?
I think Chuba's an interesting guy to pick up late too.
Yeah,
I do too. I really do.
Late,
yeah, especially with McCaffrey. Banged up last year. If it happens again, you could see the offense works for running backs. They turned Mike Davis into a PPR wizard out there. Yeah. He looked amazing.
They did. And another guy, and we'll get back to Winston. I want to say I think it's a great take. Just add a couple other sleepers if you're watching. We were talking about in the other show. I think Ruggs is a guy I like really late too as a sleeper. I've been picking him up 14th, 15th round. As a sleeper, there's still nobody in that offense to throw to.
We should do a Dynasty, and I'm sure we already have, but a Dynasty Sleepers.
Well, yeah.
And if we haven't, we will.
We'll do another one.
We'll do another one.
Real
quick before we get off, you got one last little sleeper you want to toss out there?
Who, me?
15th rounder.
Wow, on the spot like that, huh?
He's got one. Give him a couple seconds.
You know what? Late sleeper, tight end. Look at Tommy Tremble, Notre Dame guy.
Tommy Tremble.
And look at Cole Kmet, too. He's probably going to go up a little bit, but Tommy Tremble might start for the Panthers, and that's always kind of been a spot where people have looked for tight ends. He's a really good athlete.
Interesting.
I don't know. Should get on the field early because he can block well, which you can see, in our Spotlight series. I talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, we did do a Tommy Tremble Spotlight series.
So,
I think it was one of the first times I'd heard of him.
Oh, yeah. He wasn't like a one of Notre Dame's
Yeah, he was.
like more frequent targeted guys because he was too good at blocking. But he's a really good athlete and can actually do a lot after the catch.
All right. Keep an
So I
eye
think
out.
keep an eye even
right, guys.
after your draft. If you're hurting at tight end, you can scoop him, little flyer.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. If you could hit the like and subscribe button, come be a part of the Masters family. Love to have you. Any last words, guys?
Odell Beckham Jr.
What about him?
What about him? Yes.
Wide receiver 1 this year.
Overall,
No, but he'll be a
just a wide.
I
Okay.
love him. I love him.
Okay.